Hello everyone. Namaskar. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn about some verb forms in Hindi. Actually, how many verb forms do we have in Hindi? The list is a very long one. Well, mainly 9 verb forms. Again, um, masculine singular, masculine plural, feminine singular, and feminine plural forms in those 9. So now you can calculate and tell me how many verb forms we have. Well, let's get started. So let's take the verb bolna. Bolna means to speak, and it's an infinitive verb. All infinitive verbs in Hindi end with na, just like we have to speak, bolna. So when you are conjugating the verb in Hindi, you take out the na from it, and what remains you have is dhatu kriya, which is the stem verb. Now, bol would be conjugated into different tenses. Let's look at the present tense forms. Now the verb we are using is bolna. So bolna in the present tense, we mainly have 3 forms. First is the command form. Yes, the commands in Hindi take a very different form, which is the tu form, tum form and ap form. 3 forms. So tu bol, tum bolo, ap boliye. The respectful, polite, formal is boliye. Aap boliye. With friends, classmates, tum bolo. With siblings or with best friend or with mother, tu bol. It's a very intimate relation, so you be very careful when you're using the word bol. The two commands mostly not used until and unless you have a very close relationship with that person, because mm, it may mean disrespect sometimes. So you don't want that. You don't want to show disrespect to the person you're talking to. So that's why bol is a tricky one, but bolo and boliye are mostly used. Boliye is formal and polite, always stick to the up language, the formal language. Then comes the habitual tense or the simple present tense, Samanya Vartaman Kal. In this form, we use the dental ta, te and ti. Ta, te and ti are used to the stem verb, and we have masculine singular form, masculine plural form and feminine form. So you have bolta, bolte, bolti. Raju bolta hai, गीता बोलती है, हम हिंदी बोलते हैं. In that sense. And then we have the continuous tense. In continuous tense in Hindi, we use the word raha with auxiliary verbs. So raha is again conjugated into the a, e forms. So masculine singular, masculine plural and feminine form. So we have bol raha. Raju bol raha hai. Geeta bol rahi hai. Hum bol rahe hain. So hai, hain, ho and ho are 4 auxiliary verbs which are used in this tense with raha, rahe, rahi, which indicates the continuity. Let's look at the future tense. We had a detailed video about how to conjugate verbs in the future tense. You can refer to that, but you can still have a recap here. So, in the future tense, the verbs take 4 main forms. One is the मैं form, the तुम form, and the singular form and the plural form. Again, they have feminine forms as well. So 4 plus 4, 8 forms only in future. Isn't that amazing? But so मैं बोलूंगा, मैं बोलूंगी. मैं कल जरूर बोलूंगा, मैं कल जरूर बोलूंगी. तुम बोलोगे, क्या तुम बोलोगी? राजू बोलेगा, गीता बोलेगी. हम बोलेंगे, आप बोलेंगी. In that sense, we have 8 forms. Let's have the subjunctive mood in Hindi. Again, here we have the 4 forms. If you observe the forms properly, all we are doing is take out the ga, ge, gi from the future, and what remains, that is used for subjunctive mood. In Hindi, we call it Sambhavanarthak Vritti. Mostly used for actions. You're not sure of the action. It's a condition, or you're not sure of the time of the action. In that case, we use the subjunctive verbs like मैं कुछ बोलूं, मैं अंदर आऊं, in that sense. अगर वो बोले तो हम करें, in that sense. So तुम बोलो, वह बोले तो, कंडीशन, यदि वे बोलें तो हम करेंगे. सो इट्स अ कंडीशन. काश, अगर आप उठें तो हम बैठेंगे. शायद वह करे, शायद वह बोले, संभव है वह कल बोले. सो इट्स अ कंडीशन. The past tense again takes 4 important forms: masculine singular, masculine plural, feminine singular, and feminine plural forms. So, a, e. Yes, in the present tense, we don't have feminine plural, but in the past tense, we do have feminine plural, and it is shown with the nasal. So the nasal sound, the dot indicates the nasal sound, and that's how the feminine plural is shown in the past tense. So you should be very careful when you are conjugating your verbs. So bolna would be bola, bole, boli, and boli. But we have 6 irregular verbs. There is a detailed video about it, but let's have a recap here. Karna, lena, dena, pina, jana, and hona are the only irregular verbs in Hindi. And in the past tense, they take a very different form. So you may have heard people using mai kara, mai kari, which is very wrong. Even though some textbooks have started accepting kara, kare, kari. Technically, traditionally, these verbs are wrong, and the correct words are kiya, kiye, ki, and ki. मैंने काम किया, मैंने काम किया, हमने बहुत से काम किए, मैंने बात की, हमने बहुत बातें की. लेना again means to take. So मैंने लिया, हमने लिया, मैंने सलवार कमीज ली, मैंने बहुत सी चीजें ली. देना, मैंने दिया, हमने दिया, या हमने बहुत से कपड़े दिए, हमने किताबें दी. In that sense, मैंने पानी पिया, लेकिन हमने चाय पी, हमने चाय पी. P feminine because chai is feminine. And then jana takes a very different letter. I don't know why it takes the g, but yes. Gaya, gaye, gayi, gayi. हम गए, वह गया, गीता गई, and गीता और सीता गई. So feminine plural. And then hona, it takes a very different vowel. Instead of o ki matra, we are replacing it with the u ki matra. So hua, hue, hui, hui. Kya hua? What happened? Is the general question. Now let's have the last part, the causative verbs. Yes, many verbs in Hindi have 2 causative forms. Prernarthak kriya. So you cause the action in the second person, and you cause the action through someone, the second causative. So बोलना, बोलना, बुलाना, बुलवाना, करना, कराना, करवाना, लिखना, लिखाना, लिखवाना, बनना, बनाना, बनवाना. Like मैं डॉक्टर बनी, मैं अध्यापिका बनी, मैंने घर बनाया, मैंने मकान बनवाया. पढ़ना, पढ़ाना, पढ़वाना. मैंने किताब पढ़ी. मैंने किताब पढ़ाई. To teach. मैंने बच्चे को पढ़वाया. Now I am not directly teaching the child. I am causing the action. So I am paying for it maybe and see that the child gets that particular education. Padwana. So your parents can use this verb. मैंने अपने बच्चे को इंजीनियरिंग पढ़वाई. That particular education, that particular study. Padwana. Milna, Milana, Milvana again takes a very different meaning. Milna is to meet. Milana can be to mix or to make meet, to introduce somebody. Milvana again, to introduce somebody through someone. Milvana. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Did you actually count how many verb forms we have? We have many verb forms. Actually, most of the teachers also themselves do not know how many of them, exist. Can anyone count all the verb forms, masculine, feminine, main, tum, singular, plural, all included, and tell me how many exactly we have? And don't forget the causative forms, right? Okay, see you again in our next video. Bye bye. Namaskar.